In this series, I'm starting over as a broke level 1 player with the goal of becoming a GTA Online veteran. But in order to do so, I'll have to complete every objective on this list while having a limit of 2 hours a day to play. So with that being said, welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches 2-hour edition. The bottom dollar bounties DLC is now out in GTA Online, so today I'm going to spend over $10 million trying out the new business and vehicles in the game. So the new business is a bail enforcement office, and as you can see, there are 4 in the city, and there is one way up in Paleto Bay. Of course, we don't want to go for the one in Paleto Bay. We're going to go for one in the city. And from what I've seen so far, Mission Row might be the best location for the business. We don't know 100% yet, but we're going to pick it up for 2.4 million. I'm also going to get Agent 1 and Agent 2 because I do believe they're going to be the way that we earn passive income through the business. Of course, I'm going to have to get personal quarters. Don't worry about the gun locker and armor plating. I will get that for our vehicle. So there you go, 4.3 million for the new business. That is crazy, but it is very exciting. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comment section down below. So here we are, bottom dollar bail enforcement. It is literally right next to our auto shop. Let's head inside. And here we are in the new business. As you can see, we got a jail cell over there for all of our targets. We have our 2 agents here, which I'm going to send one out on bail enforcement work. I'm not sure how much money that's going to make us. We'll see here in a minute, but I'm also going to do the same with our other agent. Downstairs, there is 2 parking spots for personal vehicles if we want, along with our bail enforcement vehicle. But now we're going to head over here to the office computer, and this is where things are going to go down. So we have 4 targets here that we could bring back dead or alive, and we're going to get a payment for doing so. Now, I believe if you bring them back dead, it is roughly 25% of the total payout that you see here, so you're always going to want to bring them back alive. The 3 blue targets will be refreshed every hour, and the red target will be refreshed every real life day. So without any further ado, let's get into the most wanted target, $129,000. So to start off the mission, we're taking the bail enforcement vehicle over to the hospital morgue. Now, if you were registered as an MC president, which I should have done, you could actually just spawn in your Oppressor Mark II and take it over there. You don't actually need your bail enforcement vehicle until the very end when you got to take back the target. So I messed it up on this one, but I'm going to make sure to do it properly the next few. But now that we're here, we're going to go over to the entrance, and there's going to be a guard at the front of the morgue. I'm just going to take him out with my suppressor, and now we could go inside. Now that we're inside, we got a couple guards here. I'm going to take out one, then take out the other pretty quickly so we don't break any cover. I'm not sure if you even can. And now we're going to head inside the morgue here, and we're going to have to open up this cabinet here, which is this part's a bit iffy, can't lie, it's a little weird, because we're now going to also have to take a picture of the target or of this body. Doing that has confirmed that the target we're looking for faked their death, so now we got to get out of here and head over to another location. You will meet some resistance here, but it's just a bunch of mall cops, so don't worry about it. Alright, we are now here at Grace Whitney's gallery, and we're gonna have to take out all the security guards and head upstairs. We got one right here. One right here. Now that we're inside, we could actually do this stealth if we have a suppressor, so take out the one guard there. You don't have to do it stealth, obviously. Take out that guard, take out this guard here, take out that guard as well, and now we gotta head up to the next level. Alright, we got more guards up here, haven't broke stealth yet. We got one there, one over here as well, and one more guy here. And now I guess stealth breaks regardless, so we got a bunch of enemies here. We just gotta take them all out, and if you want to make some extra money, we're gonna pick up this duffel bag here and grab the painting that's on the wall. This is just like the Cayo Perico heist, so all we have to do is cut out the painting. I don't think it's gonna make us much money, but at least it's a little something extra. Now up here on the top floor, we got quite a few more enemies to take out, and now we're going to take the elevator to go to the roof. We're going to have to go around here, take out all the guards on our way up to the roof. We got quite a few here, and hopefully you have a homing launcher or a railgun or something, because we're going to have to take out this helicopter here. We got another helicopter right there that we could take out. Good. The helicopter landing there was probably the worst place it could land. Now to incapacitate Grace, we have to shoot her hand somehow. I don't know how we're going to manage that. I shot her hand, we're good. If you have a stun gun, that will work as well, but now we have her here, and we can secure Grace and bring her over to the bail enforcement vehicle. And with that, the final thing to do is bring her over to the bail enforcement office, and that's going to be the end of this mission. And here we are. That was really easy. I think it took me about 10 minutes, although I did probably waste 3 or 4 minutes just doing stuff, driving in the wrong direction and stuff. So overall, the mission is fairly quick. Here is going to be the payout, which is $5 grand for the painting, I believe. So that's not for everything. Of course, we made $129,000 because we brought her back alive. She's now there in the jail cell, and I think our payout will come in about 15 to 20 minutes. We also just got $25,000, I assume, as a first-time bonus. So before we get into the next one, I'm going to register as an MC president. There you go. And now we can start up the next bail enforcement mission. As you can see, it says processing. This will take, like I said, maybe 15-20 minutes. But let's now get into the next highest reward, which is 40 grand for Jayen. So for this one, we have to go to Paleto Bay, and of course, we could take the bail enforcement vehicle all the way, but like I said, because we are an MC president, I could just call in my Oppressor Mark II and get there a lot faster. Keep in mind, we'll still need the bail enforcement vehicle when we take back the target, so go over here, go down to return bail enforcement transporter, and then we could request it back when we get there. So now that we're here, we're gonna have to hack a signal box so that we could find the target on one of these CCTV cameras. Okay, I've just located Jayen Kennedy. Let's now go pick him up. He's gonna be just over here. There's going to be a handful of gang members we have to take out, but once we've taken them out, we could then pick him up. So there you go. He's going to make a run for it, but if we get close enough to him, we will be able to stop him. Hey, come back. Yep, that's what I thought. So now all I have to do is request the bail enforcement transport, and now that it's right here, we could pick them up and put them in the vehicle. And the final thing to do is to drive them back to the bail office. Now this will be a 6.5 mile drive, so it will take some time, but as you can see, these bail enforcement missions are very easy. And here we are back at the bail enforcement office. That's the end of the mission. And once again, we're gonna have to wait for that to process. But as you can see in the bottom left, we just got the money for Grace Whitney. And now I'm gonna do one more of these bail enforcement missions, just to show you that they're all essentially the same, except for the most wanted or the red bounty. Once again, I'm gonna hop into the bail enforcement vehicle, then I could hop out. I might not even need to do that, but now I could pick up the Oppressor Mark II and head over to the Lost MC Clubhouse. Alright, here we are, and this time we actually have to enter the clubhouse, so it looks like we actually have a different mission. Every mission that I've seen so far has been like the one that we just did, but we finally have something new. So I'm gonna take out that camera. I don't know if that blows my stealth. Never mind, apparently you just cannot damage this camera. It's indestructible. Can we take out this camera though? No. Okay, so I guess we just guaranteed blow our stealth when we go in here. Alright, I'm gonna take out everybody who's here. It is a lot of people. Holy smokes. I'm gonna have to destroy the power box to open up the shutter doors. It looks like I got it on the first try. We got lucky. Now we gotta take out everybody inside of here as well. And once again, I'm gonna have to disarm her by shooting the pistol out of her hand. I don't know if I missed there. I made... Oh, okay, I missed. Disarm her, shoot her hand. There you go. And now we get to secure the target. And a little piece of info that I just found out there is I did not request the bail enforcement vehicle before I went in, so you actually don't have to bother doing that. Once you've neutralized the target and they're ready to go, you can just pick them up and the bail enforcement vehicle will just spawn in for you. That's another target delivered. And once again, we just got the $40,000 for Jayen Kennedy. And now that I know that they're actually different missions, we might as well do the final bail enforcement mission. And that one's going to be for Sabrina here for $36,000. For this one, we're going to have to go over to Richmond. All right, we've arrived here at Richmond and we have to destroy all of the target's assets, which is interesting. So we're going to take out that. I'm just going to go in here with the oppressor. I assume the assets are that sussy ass statue right there. I could be wrong. Okay, never mind actually. The asset is right here. Take that out. Take out the statue that is dabbing. We got the 2 chairs here. And now we have to take out the guards. I really don't know what's going on with this mission, but that's fine. I assume the target's inside and all we're doing is intimidating them by taking out all the guards and all their assets. This is operating just like the finale of the second Dr. Dre leak. We now have to cut the power with bolt cutters. The bolt cutters are going to be over here on the workbench. Now we could take care of this. And the intimidation bar was maxed out, so now Sabrina is out of her house and we could pick her up. Once again, I didn't call in my bail enforcement vehicle. It's just going to spawn in for us. And here we are back at the bail office. That's our 4th and final target secured. Now, at this time, we haven't earned any money through the wall safe and our 2 agents have not come back and it's been about 50 minutes or so. I'm not quite sure how those work yet. We will see here in a second, but as you can see, all 4 of these have been secured. So now that we've done everything we can do so far in the bail enforcement office, we might as well go and buy some other things from the update. And of course, the first thing to go over are the brand new police vehicles that we got, all within the $4.5 to $5 million range, which is crazy. These price tags are wild, but there is something new that came out today that does require a police vehicle. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buy the Gauntlet Interceptor. This came out with the Chop Chops DLC, but it will allow me to do the new money method. So there you go, 4 million, put it in the Eclipse Towers, and let's now go try it out. So here is the brand new beast, the Gauntlet Interceptor. This is crazy, you gotta love it. Incredible vehicle, but it's really cool that we have now a police car. I'm going to add it to the GT Online checklist because it should have been there anyways, but we essentially just checked it off while adding it. But if I disband as an MC president, we're now going to be able to do dispatch work. So if you see in the top left, we could press in on the right joystick, and that is going to start up a dispatch work mission. So we could go there, press right to dispatch, and we're going to be given a location to go to. Now to do this work, you actually don't have to stay in your cop car. You could hop into the Oppressor Mark II or a Sparrow or something and go fly over there. But for the sake of trying out the car, I'm just going to go in the Gauntlet Interceptor. Alright, so we've arrived here at the location and we have to break into the hideout. Of course, all these guys are going to come at us. We just got to take out all of them and now we could go inside. And now that we're inside, we're going to take out a couple more guards. Well, we got got one more guy here, and now we have to recover the evidence. I also just saw that one of our bail enforcement officers has completed their work. But now that we got the evidence, we're going to leave the area and deliver it to Vincent's lockup. The beauty of having a cop car, though, is the fact that everybody pulls over or stops free on the road, which does make driving to your location a lot easier. Here we are back at the lockup, and that is the end of the mission. Now, for each of these missions, we're going to be paid out $25,000, and there's only a 5-minute cooldown, which does make these missions very good. You could roughly get about 6 of them done per hour, which means you can make up to $150,000 with dispatch work. Now, of course, in order to do that, you will have to use another vehicle like the Sparrow to make things faster, but it's 100% possible and a new great way to make money in the game. But since my agent finished up some work over at the bail office, let's go see how much money they made. So we're back here at the bail office and both agents are back. We're going to send them back off to do some more work, but we now have $16,000 in our bail office wall safe. So I assume each of them made us roughly $8,000 in that time. Now, it did take them, I would assume it was about 48 minutes from the time that we sent them off to the time that they came back. So every in-game day, which isn't too bad if they can maybe make up to like 10 to 15K per. If they could do that, then we're making roughly, I don't know, $20,000 to $30,000 per every in-game day having both agents going. But if it's only like $5,000 to $8,000 each, then it's not going to be the best way to make money. Although the wall safe income might be completely different from the bail agents, I'm not 100% sure yet. We will know, of course, in the next day or two after testing out the business more. But so far, I've actually had a fun time running this business. And what's interesting is that we have 3 new bail targets to pick up. So that was definitely not an hour since we have done it. And my current time is 11:39 a.m., which means that it's not on the actual real life hours. So the cooldown might not actually be an hour for these guys. I could be completely wrong on this. Maybe it's every in-game day, which would be 48 minutes, which would make more sense. But if that's the case, this is actually a great way to make money. If you could make roughly $100,000 to $120,000 every in-game day, this puts it into the top 10 ways to make money in the entire game, especially if you pair it with dispatch work or maybe a payphone hit or something like that. Anyways, because I want to get this video out to you guys relatively quickly, I'm going to do one more thing today. It's going to take us to the $10 million spent, and that is buying one of the new cars that came out with the update. And one of the new cars is actually one of my favorites in real life. As you can see here, we got the Envisage, which I believe is a new electric vehicle for 2.5 million roughly. We got the Paragon S, which goes for 2 million. We got the Coquette D1, which actually looks incredible, a very vintage car there for 1.5. We got the Euros X32, which goes for 1.5 and is an HSW vehicle. And the one that I'm going to buy is the Ubermacht Niobe, which is of course based off the BMW i8. I've seen these cars all over my city. They are beautiful, and this might be my favorite car of 2024 so far, which would help us towards the GTA Online checklist. And of course, as you can see here, it's also an HSW vehicle, which is crazy. It should be an electric vehicle because the BMW i8 is electric as well, but let's pick it up and try it out. So here we are in the auto shop and I'm going to customize it. Of course, it doesn't look exactly like the BMW i8, but I gotta say it is very, very close. I think they changed up the back. This might be a back from another car just ever so slightly, but man, this thing is beautiful. I'm gonna put max armor on it. Of course, max brakes will do all the performance upgrades. For the front bumpers, I'm gonna put the carbon performance trim, and for the rear, I'm gonna do the secondary diffuser bridge. I'm gonna add the triple titanium exit exhaust. I'll add the primary grille. I'm going to add secondary mirrors. To match the front, I'll also add the carbon wing skirts. And it took me a while to remember, but this is an HSW vehicle, so I'm actually here now at the LS car meet, and I'm going to get the HSW upgrade. 1.8 million. I can't even afford that. All right, let me go do a quick payphone hit. Actually, I just decided to do an HSW time trial and I got 250 grand, which is quite fitting considering that's what I'm buying next, is another HSW upgrade. Okay, so now we're back and I'm gonna purchase the upgrade. The acceleration and top speed are getting fully maxed out. Well, acceleration is almost maxed out on 2 bars. Top speed is fully maxed out. That is crazy. 1.8 million. This car is really expensive. But now that we have the upgrade, I'm going to do a few more cosmetics. So I'm actually going to go black as the primary. I know it's boring, but it's because the best color scheme I think I've ever seen on the car is actually black with an ultra blue. Although I do see some orange on the back. I guess those are some lights that are part of the car. It looks a little weird, but the black on blue I think looks really good. And for the rims, I'm going to go with the trusty Super G and be really obnoxious by making them bright blue as well. I'll also add the HSW engine tune, the HSW brakes, the HSW transmission. I essentially wasted money on all that other stuff, and unfortunately I can't get the HSW turbos, but we do have Turbo 1. But let's now go take it for a spin. Alright, I know it's hard to see because it's dark out, but here is the new car, black with the secondary blue, and we got the blue rims as well. I actually think it looks pretty good. I might change it later on, but for now I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to test out the power and the speed of this vehicle here. So I'm not going to start here. I'm actually going to turn around and we're going to go from a full stop and see how fast this thing is. So acceleration so far decent. Okay, but we have hit our top speed very quickly. Now, I don't know what to compare it to be honest. I'm not sure exactly how fast the top speed is supposed to be, but we saw that the top speed is supposed to be maxed out, and acceleration is almost maxed out at 2 bars, which I definitely just saw there. Holy smokes, this car is really quick. I gotta say, the handling on the car is actually decent. It's not the best that I've ever seen, but it's a lot better than other supercars. And now that we're on the highway, we could really see the difference in speed between this car and the other cars. We are absolutely moving. Now, I don't think it's gonna be as fast as something like the Hakuchu Drag. Maybe it is, I don't quite know, but this thing is definitely quick. So I'm really glad that I picked it up. The HSW upgrade is a lot of money, 1.8 million for the upgrade, 1.8 million to buy the car. So right away you're sitting at 3.6 for this car, but I think it's definitely worth it. The only real downside of this car, I think, is the brakes. They're not that good. I mean, it literally took us 5 business days to slow down, but for it being cool and extremely fast, I definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Anyways, considering I have no money left and I've done every new money method so far from the update, I'm going to leave it at that today. I will have more videos coming out over the next couple days, so keep an eye out for that. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.